Hello, welcome to another real estate mini lesson. This is Ed Pluchar with the Pluchar Group. I didn't mention this last time, and you get the special introduction. And today we're talking about closing cost credits. Welcome back. This is Ed, and just want to go over how closing cost credits work. So I'll often have buyers come to me and say, here we are, we're making our offer, and can we get the seller to cover our closing costs? And there might be any number of reasons, which I'll touch on a few for doing this. But I suppose in the real estate shows, the HGTV shows, there's a lot of that going on where we're saying, just let the seller cover the closing costs. Not quite that simple, but it can definitely be done. So the way it works for the seller is that, let's say you're going to offer them $200,000 for a price, and you're saying, but I want you to cover my closing costs. Most lenders are going to tell you that's 3% of the purchase price. So the most we can ask for is $6,000. So $200,000 price, $600,000 closing cost credit. The seller's actually only getting $194,000 out of that deal. That may work to their benefit. They may decide to go along with that. But at the end of the day, the buyer has to be cognizant of the fact that you're not really giving them $200,000, you're giving them $194,000 because they're giving you $6,000 back. Okay. Now on the buyer side, what we have to be mindful of is there's two buckets that constitute your cash to close. That's the money you bring to the closing table to buy the house. So not everyone is bringing $200,000. They're bringing their down payment plus their closing costs. So let's say you're doing the FHA program, it's 3.5% down on a $200,000 house. Apologize for going fast. And so at that rate, you're going to have to bring $7,000 for your down payment. There's going to be two buckets. I'm going to illustrate with my hands here. Two buckets. One is the bucket of closing costs, and the other is down payment. And the closing cost bucket can basically be filled by the buyer or the seller. The seller can pour money into this bucket. The down payment bucket cannot be filled by the seller whatsoever. It can only be filled by the buyer or by a gift from someone in the buyer's family, something like that. Down payment assistance from a grant, that sort of thing. So the seller can't fill this bucket, but they can fill this bucket. These two buckets together poured in is what the buyer is going to need at closing to purchase the home. So what you're really trying to do is get them to fill this bucket as much as you can, which makes your burden filling this bucket a lot easier. If you have any questions about how this works, how to do it when the best situations are to ask for closing cost credits, how they can kind of help you in your circumstances surrounding the real estate purchase, give me a call, 815-931-2279. Thanks.